Trixie was a very small dog with a very clear routine. Every day, she waited for the same person, in the same window, with the same patient focus. Before she found this home, her life had been quieter and less certain. She moved through days without much structure, without a favorite chair or a familiar sound at the front door. When she arrived with Doug, the goal was simple: a calm home, regular meals, a soft place to sleep, time to settle slowly into ordinary life. Trixie turned out to be serious about her routines. Doug was softer and easygoing. She liked things done correctly that he usually agreed to whatever she wanted. By the time they truly understood each other, the evenings already belonged to her. Every afternoon, Trixie waited at the window for Doug to come home from work. She seemed to know the sound of his car before anyone else did. Her whole body would become alert. Then she hurried outside to meet him. Doug always greeted her the same way: a few quiet words, a small scratch behind the ears. Then both of them went back inside together. The house stayed fairly quiet in those first months. At night, Trixie moved carefully through the rooms. Sometimes she rested near the hallway instead of beside the couch. Sometimes she watched from a distance before joining him. She liked observing first. The first changes were small enough to miss if someone was not paying attention. She started sleeping closer to Doug's chair. She followed him from room to room. She waited outside the bathroom door in the mornings. Doug worried sometimes that she still felt uncertain. He never rushed her. If she wanted space, he let her have it. If she wanted attention, he stayed still and let her come closer on her own. Then one evening, Trixie touched the little bell beside the recliner. Doug looked over. She stared back at him calmly. She wanted a foot rub. After that, it became part of the day. Trixie would lead him to the recliner and wait. Sometimes she rang the bell once, sometimes more than once. And she expected both paws to be massaged equally. If Doug stopped too early, she noticed immediately. She would tap the bell again with quiet determination. He usually laughed and continued. Dinner became another shared routine. Trixie appeared beside him the moment food was nearby. Doug tried pretending not to notice her watching him. It never lasted very long. Over time, the house adjusted around her small habits. The bell stayed within reach. The recliner became her evening spot, too. The sound of her paws moving through the hallway became part of the background of the home. Now her days moved gently from one familiar thing to another. The window in the afternoon, the greeting at the door, the walk to the recliner, the bell, the foot rub. Sometimes Doug looks at her and realizes there was never one big moment when she changed. It happened quietly. A little trust one day at a time. That is often how animals settle into love. Not all at once, just slowly enough that nobody notices until it already feels natural. If this small story stayed with you, you can like, share, or subscribe for more quiet moments like this. We believe the smallest routines often say the most. A window, a chair, a tiny bell. Sometimes that is enough for a whole story.